Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So the last update about the upcoming episode of Unfortunate Love was the reason why Vikrant wanted to marry Lakshmi. So the reason was confessed and exposed in that episode. If you have not watched it, then check the channel and check it out and know the reason. So let's continue from there. Grandma tells Vikrant that when Rishi accused you that you are not a good man, I was also sure that you are a bad person. Grandma slaps Vikrant and asks him not to raise his eyes at Lakshmi again. The police comes there to arrest Vikrant. Rishi says, I told you that your time will come and I will bring your time. You will go to jail and you will get rotten in jail, and now your life is ruined. Virendra asks the police to take Vikrant away. Karishma asks the inspector to take Vikrant's family also. Vikrant says it is not my family's mistake, so leave them. The inspector says the court will decide. Neelam says take all of them. Vikrant says although you have won this fight, but I will win the battle. Rishi asks the inspector to take Vikrant away. Malishka asks Rishi to make Vikrant get hang punishment. Vikrant tells Rishi that there is one person in this house who knew everything about me and my planning from the beginning. Malishka panics and she asks Vikrant to stop it. Ayush asks Vikrant that who is the person. Vikrant says the person's name is Malishka and everyone is shocked. Mukesh asks the servants not to be scared and says we have opened the door and that is why Ayush came out and held the guns. Vikrant tells everyone that Malishka knew everything about me and my plan from the beginning. Malishka says Vikrant is lying and he is doing this so that my marriage with Rishi doesn't happen. Malishka shed crocodile tears and says I don't know anything about Vikrant. Karishma says if Malishka had known anything about Vikrant, then Malishka would have told us. Kiran says this guy is lying. Malishka grabbed Vikrant's collar and asks if he wants to break her marriage with Rishi, and she silently asks him to be quiet. Vikrant says to Malishka that I am taking revenge for the slap that I received, and Vikrant tells Rishi that Malishka made my video also, and Malishka knows about my plans from the onset. Malishka cries and thinks that the video is in my phone, and she thinks that what should I do now? Rishi asks Malishka if she had known everything about Vikrant. He says, I did so much to expose this man and I was about to die today and Lakshmi's life would have been ruined today. But then also you did not tell us that you know everything about Vikrant. Karishma says to Rishi that you are making the same mistake that we made by not believing you from the beginning. Karishma tells Rishi that Vikrant is lying against Malishka and Vikrant is trying to turn everyone against Malishka because he is caught. Vikrant says Malishka was with us because she wanted to get Lakshmi married to me so that Malishka can marry Rishi. Rishi asks Malishka to talk and Malishka pretends and says Vikrant wanted us to fight and he is lying. Ayush thinks that if Rishi sees Vikrant's video in Malishka's phone, then Rishi will break his alliance with Malishka. Malishka says I am saying the truth. Ayush says to Malishka that Vikrant is lying and says when Vikrant's video is not found in Malishka's phone, then Malishka should slap Vikrant and also Rishi should slap Vikrant too, but before then, they should check Malishka's phone and see if Vikrant's video is there. Rishi asks Malishka to give him her phone. Malishka asks Rishi not to doubt her. Rishi says I am not doubting you, but I want to show everyone that you are innocent and I will break Vikrant's mouth. Neelam says I don't want to see any video and says I will not doubt my daughter-in-law for a criminal. But Rishi says I am not doubting Malishka, but we need to see if the video is on her phone or not. Lakshmi says to Rishi that it doesn't matter if Malishka had known about Vikrant or not. Rishi says if Malishka knows about Vikrant and she did not tell us, then that means that Malishka wants to ruin your life and she wanted you to leave from here. Rishi asks Malishka if that is what she wanted. Rishi says to Lakshmi that if you were in Malishka's place, then you wouldn't have supported Vikrant to marry Malishka, so Malishka should not have supported Vikrant too. Rishi asks Malishka to give him her phone and says if Vikrant is saying the truth and we find Vikrant's video on your phone, then I will break my relationship with you forever. Rishi says we will not have any relationship again and he asks Malishka to give him the phone after unlocking it, and Malishka without any choice gives her phone to Rishi. Rishi checks Malishka's phone and says there is no video in this phone. Vikrant and Saloni are shocked. Kiran and Neelam take a sign of relief and Malishka's liver is boosted. Malishka says to Rishi that there was nothing in my phone and says you have doubted me because of Vikrant. And Vikrant is doing this because he did not want us to marry, just like he did not marry Lakshmi too. Rishi slaps Vikrant, but the inspector says you cannot take law into your hands. Vikrant says I will take revenge from you. Rishi tears Lakshmi's garland and throws it at Vikrant's face. Vikrant snatches the inspector's gun and points it at Rishi. Rishi says you did my accident. You tried to kill me with the knife and then you tried to drown me in the water, but I did not die, and he asks Vikrant to shoot. Vikrant says to Rishi that you will die with this bullet. The inspector asks Vikrant to give him the gun. Vikrant asks the inspector to leave his family, else he will shoot everyone. Puneet asks Vikrant why he wants to become a criminal. Vikrant says I will not let you go to jail, and he asks Saloni, Puneet and Anjana to leave, and they all leave from there. Vikrant says I will shoot. Ayush sees a knife and signals at Malishka to kick the knife to him, and Malishka kicks it. Ayush gets the knife and he throws it at Vikrant just as he shoots, and Rishi's hand gets injured. Rishi holds Vikrant's hand and he tries to take the gun from his hand, but Vikrant shoots in the air, and Neelam and Grandma get saved from the bullet which was about to hit them. Grandma falls down. Everyone asks her to get up. Grandma gets up and says the bullet went past me. Rishi snatches the gun from Vikrant's hand and says I will not spare you. Virendra says no, Rishi. Rishi turns and looks at Virendra, and Vikrant attacks Rishi on his chest. He tells Rishi that he will come again to win this battle, and Vikrant runs away from there, and the inspector runs behind him. Lakshmi tears her bridal dupatta and ties it on Rishi's hand that is bleeding. Rishi says I am fine. Lakshmi asks that why are you not listening? Why didn't you listen? And says if anything had happened to you, then what would have happened to me? Lakshmi says so much blood is flowing. You are so stubborn and you are not listening to anyone, and Lakshmi cries. Rishi says to Lakshmi that I am fine and says I did not want Vikrant to run away from here. Malishka says then also Vikrant ran away and he did this to you. Virendra says to Rishi that I will take you to the room. Rishi says I am fine, and Ayush says that the doctor is coming. Rishi asks Lakshmi to come. Malishka says I can take you to the room, but Rishi asks Malishka not to worry and says Lakshmi is with me. Virendra asks Ayush to take Grandma to the room, and he says I will send the guest away. Ayush appreciates Grandma for her courage, and Grandma says that there are two tigresses in this house. One is me, and the other one is Lakshmi. Lakshmi takes Rishi to his room, and she removes his clothes and applies ointment to his hand. Lakshmi takes care of Rishi's injury and asks if he is feeling pain. A song plays in the background, and Rishi says no. Rishi asks if Lakshmi is also hurt, and says first your treatment would happen, and then mine. Lakshmi says I am feeling pain seeing you in pain. Rishi asks why are you feeling pain? Lakshmi says our relationship is of pain more, and she asks why are you habitual to showing bravery? Rishi says to Lakshmi that this is happening because of you. If you have refused to marry Vikrant before, then this wouldn't have happened. Shalu and Bani comes there and calls Rishi brother-in-law and asks if he is fine. Rishi asks brother-in-law. Neelam comes there and asks that who goes in front of Gon and says she wants to slap Rishi right now. Rishi says to Neelam that you can slap me, mom, because I am your son. And Neelam says you always know how to convince me. Malishka comes there with the doctor. The doctor checks Rishi and Lakshmi goes out from there with her sisters. I don't know about you guys though, but for me, I feel like this should have been the season finale for this series. Vikrant has already been exposed. Vikrant exposed Malishka. Then everyone was supposed to believe Vikrant. And then the police comes. They will take Malishka, Vikrant and his family. They will take them to the police station. Then at that spot there, Rishi is supposed to apply vermilion on Lakshmi's forehead, which means Lakshmi and Rishi get married again. After that, let the show end and let Rishi and Lakshmi live happily ever after. Chikena, what's there again to prolong? But no, now Vikrant was exposed. Everyone believed it, that Vikrant is a bad man. But when Vikrant exposed our gorgeous Malishka, nobody believed. Even Karishma, the way Karishma was even saying is that no, Malishka cannot do that. In fact, that thing is annoying me. That Karishma is very stupid. If it is Lakshmi that they said that she did this kind of thing now, everyone will support it and say, yes, Lakshmi did it. But now it got to Malishka's turn. Nobody believed that Malishka could do something like that. And remember that Balvinda had already exposed Malishka to before, but nobody believed as well. So it is not as if Malishka is not getting exposed, but nobody is believing. And it is happening like this because the writers and the script, whatever, they still want to keep Malishka in the show and they want to prolong the show. This is why they are making everybody not to believe that Malishka is a villain in this series. By the time they are ready, they will definitely expose Malishka by themselves in their script. But for now, Malishka was exposed again today, but nobody believed. But this is the end of Vikrant for now in the show. I don't know why they would allow Vikrant to run away, and his family also ran away when Vikrant was holding everyone at gunpoint. Anyways, this is the end of Vikrant in the show for now. So let's see what is going to happen to Rishi and Lakshmi now that Vikrant has already left the series. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to give the video a like and also share it. I'll see you all again in my next video. Bye guys.